For the last month, I've been attempting my own Pokémon Emerald Starlocke, a variant of the Nuzlocke challenge. This was my journey and a review of the challenge. But first, what is a Nuzlocke? A Nuzlocke challenge is where you complete a Pokémon game with certain rules that make it much tougher. The general rules for a Nuzlocke are: if a Pokémon faints, it's considered dead and cannot be used for the rest of the challenge. Only the first Pokémon encountered in each area may be caught. All Pokémon must receive a nickname. If the player's whole team has fainted, the challenge is failed. There are many variants of the Nuzlocke challenge that adjust or add rules to the challenge. The next set of rules are for the Starlocke challenge specifically. The Starlocke challenge was created by the YouTuber Awesome Soul Pokemon, links in the description. Now, I'm going to try to summarize what he said in the video. So the first rule is you start with 18 Pokemon, one of each type, and only those 18 Pokemon can be used. This negates the capture rules of the standard rules. If a Pokemon has multiple types, you pick the type it represents. The type has to be based off its final evolution. For example, I picked Charmander for flying since Charizard is both fire and flying. You can only replace a Pokemon on the team if it dies. The challenge is lost when all 18 Pokemon are dead, which means that you can continue on with the challenge as long as you still have one of the 18 Pokemon that's still alive. This negates this rule. Also, he recommends that you use your favourites and not to use egg moves. And lastly, it's the optional rules. Most people adjust the rules to better suit them. So my optional rules are: I reduce the number to 17 to match the third generation's types. I have strict level limits for most major battles. Here's a list of them. I have the battle mode to set, which disables the option to switch Pokemon out when an opponent's Pokemon faints. I've banned the use of legendary Pokemon. I've hacked the game to allow trade evolutions to evolve without the need of trading. And I can capture Pokemon for HM use only. They are banned from battle. With that out of the way, let's begin with the challenge's first job, picking Pokemon. A reminder, the types are
grass, fire, ground, flame, electric, water, rock, flying, ice, normal, bug, ghost, fighting, and dragon.
And I'm feeling like I'm forgetting something.
Don't forget about psychics!
As well, metal, dark, and apparently poison. For grass, I'm picking Seedot. Shifttree's dark grass dual type could be useful for the later parts in the game when we go to Mossdeep and Sootopolis, and it could prove very useful against Wallace. And for my fire pick, I'm picking Torchic. Now, my last two Hoenn runs, I had Trico. They died in the rival fight before the third gym, and in the third gym. Will Torchic survive them, both of them? We'll wait and see. And for my ground type, I'm picking Sandshrew. He was proved useful in my previous run of Pokemon Emerald, and even managed to survive the Castform Manectric massacre, which destroyed half my team. Unfortunately, that Sandslash went on to die at the Elite Four like the rest of my team. Whew. Hopefully the same thing won't happen in this run. Pyramid 2, the Revenge of the Fallen One. Yeah, my electric pick is Electrike. Now, in my last Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke run, Pyramid was my MVP of the run. Did so much. Unfortunately, made it all the way to Wallace before dying. Was the second last to die, I believe. Now, for my water type, I'm picking Totodile. Could be a useful water type. Hope it stays around long enough for Water Gun, which it learns at level 13, I believe. And, of course, Surf when I get that later on in the run. For my rock type, I'm picking Aaron. Interestingly enough, she has the same name as my nephew. Its final evolution, Aggron, is a very beefy Pokemon. However, its special defense should be causes of concern. And for my flying type, I'm picking Charmander. It counts because Charizard is both a fire and flying, despite the fact that Charmander himself is not a flying type at all. This Pokemon could prove useful against the Grass, Bug, and Steel gyms, if this game had any! And now my ice type, Sephiel. I always wanted a Walrein, but the last time it died as a Celio. Will Ice Cream fare better? For the normal type, I'm picking Zigzagoon. Well, my username is Super Zigzagoon, so it's kind of lore. His headbutt will prove useful for the first part of the game. However, Super the First died one level before evolving. Will this Super become a Linoon? Now for my bug type, I'm picking Cypher. Evolution of this Pokemon will increase the attack and defense as well as gain the steel typing, but speed will be sacrificed as a result. Now for my ghost type I'm picking Ghastly. Gengar has amazing speed and special attack. Just like... Hang on a second. Is that you, Parrot? Now for my fighting type I'm picking Meditate. Interestingly enough, this Pokemon cannot be obtained in Emerald without trading or hacking the game. And for my dragon type I'm picking Bagon. Most likely useless until level 50 when it becomes a Salamence. That can't happen until the Elite Four because of my rules. And for my psychic type I'm picking Routes. A great special attack and Calm Mind user. Gardevoir is a great Pokemon, but do not Google this Pokemon in Google Images. And for my metal type I'm picking Beldum. Metagross is a strong choice, hopefully it'll survive that long. Jordan X is my third psychic type on my team. And for my dark type I'm picking Umbreon, a very bulky Pokemon. However, it has very weak attack and special attack, but the bulk itself could prove very useful. Since I don't want to deal with happiness, Umbreon will start as an Umbreon, but as a result it will be locked off until I've got the 4th gym, or if enough Pokemon die. I base my team on, oh yeah, there's Poison. If only if there was a song instructing me not to forget that type. Anyway, Nidoran male, very versatile Pokemon, and Nidoking was one of the Pokemon that was on my winning team for the Leaf Green Nuzlocke I did, which you can totally watch on my channel. Well, now the next job is picking my starting 6. Oh, I want to keep my starter Torchic, so that's in, and Zigzagoon is the mascot, so those kind of feel mandatory. Now for the next 4, I need to pick a Pokemon that will make the team balanced, as well as answer for the first lot of gyms. Pokemon will probably be dying, which will free space up for later gyms. So my choices here are Sephiel, Routes, Meditate, and finally Nidoran male, and here are the gyms that I'm hoping that they will answer for. In preparation, I carefully managed to train my Pokemon to level 13. Last time I did an Emerald Nuzlocke, almost half my Pokemon died in the run-up to the gym. Not the gym, the run-up. I was not worried about this gym at all. With it being the first gym, I knew whatever Pokemon I picked from my group would certainly make it at least to the first gym. First up, the Geodude sisters went down with 1 water gun. Nosepass would prove a tougher challenge, but when it used Harden, I spotted an opportunity. I used Encore, and that resulted in her using Harden for quite a while. And even when she did attack, it hardly did much damage. First gym was a piece of ice cream. Yeah, my joke sucks, but you'll just have to Sephiel with them. And 2 days later, I had things ready for Juford Gym. I safely managed to keep all my Pokemon alive, giving me 2 psychic types in order to deal with Broly. First Pokemon of Fight Club is Machop. Despite the type advantage, it took 2 hits to take him down. Luckily for me, Machop wasted his time using Bulk Up. After a lengthy decision process, I decided to keep with Meditate for a Red vs Blue battle. I started things off by testing the waters. Confusion did more damage than I thought it would. Sadly, it was only a critical. Well, then I went for the KO. Never mind, at least I can get him next turn. Meet my mole enemy, the healing items. Whilst a mild annoyance at this early stage, trust me, it gets worse. So much worse. Well, time to get Team Blue back down to low health. There was a point where Broly stopped using Focus Punch and decided to use a useful move, Light Screen. And the final Pokemon of Fight Club, Makuhita, and Broly decided to make a massive change in his strategy and actually attacked me for once. Luckily, my next confusion went off Light Screen free, and it's still standing, and it's self-healing, and I'm starting to have deja vu. Oh no. Oh, thank goodness for that. I can finally finish him off. He has a healing item, doesn't he?